If someone told you a dinner could cost more than your first car or your entire monthly rent, you'd probably laugh. But here's the twist. There are restaurants today where the final bill makes your bank account feel dizzy. The ultra-rich aren't just eating food. They're devouring experiences, illusions, and edible art that vanishes faster than your paycheck. And the truth is, the world's most expensive meal isn't about taste. It's about psychology, status, and the delicious sting of financial pain. Welcome to Michelin Luxury Dining in 2025, where your spoon might be gold, your seat costs more than a holiday, and your wallet cries quietly in the corner. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why these meals cost a fortune and whether they're masterpieces or beautifully packaged daylight robbery. Let's begin our journey by walking straight into the heavyweight champion of luxury dining, Sublimotion in Ibiza, Spain. As of November 2025, Sublimotion holds its position as one of the most expensive full dining experiences in the world, clocking in at around $2,300 per person. Yes, that's not a typo. You're paying over $2,000 to eat food that disappears in 20 seconds. But here's the twist. You aren't just paying for food. You are paying for a 20-course, multi-sensory performance created by Michelin-starred chef Paco Roncero. You're surrounded by a room where the walls change scenes like theater stages. One minute you're under the ocean, the next you're flying through clouds, and the next moment you're sitting in a futuristic space pod. The food tastes like high art, the visuals feel like a sci-fi movie, and the price feels like heartbreak. Now, let's take a step into Japan, the country that never apologizes for making luxury feel like meditation. In Tokyo, Ginza Kitafuku continues to be cited as one of the most expensive Michelin dining experiences in the world, with meals costing around $2,130 per person. This isn't modern neon luxury. This is old-school Japanese elegance. You sit quietly. You watch a master chef handle live king crab with the precision of a surgeon. The atmosphere feels like you're inside a samurai dojo, but instead of fighting, you're eating crustaceans worth a small fortune. This is the kind of restaurant where even the spoon looks like it has a PhD, and the moment you take your first bite, you don't taste food, you taste discipline, history, and a little fear of the final bill. But let's pause, because here's where things get insane. Some restaurants don't stop at expensive meals. They serve single dishes that cost more than an entire wedding menu. Imagine ordering one taco and paying $25,000 for it. Yes, this is real. At Gran Velas Los Cabos in Mexico, Chef Juan Licerio Alcalá serves a taco made with Kobe beef, black truffles, almas caviar, and edible gold. You do not receive sauce on the side. You receive a security escort. You do not get a plate, you get a presentation. And before you even take a bite, you're thinking, this is not food. This is a financial mistake wrapped in a tortilla. But this dish exists. People buy it. And if you ever wondered what regret tastes like, $25,000 can tell you. Let's bring the energy back down before your wallet starts shaking. When we talk about expensive meals, many people imagine giant plates of gold, but the truth is far more subtle. Michelin dining is costly because of rarity ingredients like white truffles, real almas caviar, bluefin tuna belly, and matsusaka beef come from sources that are limited, seasonal, or incredibly difficult to produce. A single kilogram of almas caviar can reach nearly $10,000, and in Dubai's Beluga restaurant and lounge, you'll pay close to that amount for just one luxurious serving. Dubai doesn't play with luxury. Dubai looks at luxury and says, add more zeros. This is a city where indulgence isn't an option. It's an expectation woven into every plate. And if there's a way to make something more extravagant, Dubai finds it before the rest of the world even realizes it exists. But the real reason these meals cost so much isn't the ingredients. It's the experience. Let's take the 3 Michelin star temple of gastronomy, Guy Savoy in Paris, where the famous soupe aux truffes has been known to elevate simple broth into a royal ceremony. Even without ultra gimmicks, a full tasting menu here easily climbs into the high hundreds. And the moment your food arrives, you understand why. Michelin chefs don't cook. They perform. They slice with choreography, plate with geometry, and garnish with philosophy. Every sauce you taste has been reduced for hours. Every flavor has been tested 100 times. And every bite reminds you that culinary perfection is not an accident, it's obsession. Luxury dining isn't about hunger. It's about psychology. If you're hungry, you go to a normal restaurant, but if you want curiosity, storytelling, exclusivity, and status, you step into a $2,000 dining room. You're not paying for food. You're buying a memory, bragging rights, and the thrill of entering a world most people never get to see. Humans love exclusivity, the feeling of being special, the taste of something rare, even if we don't fully understand it. And the hidden truth is that luxury dining isn't about filling your stomach. It's about feeding your ego in the most elegant way possible. Here comes the twist. The world's most expensive meals aren't even the best tasting ones. Critics will tell you their greatest food memories came from street stalls in Bangkok, seaside grills in Greece, and tiny ramen counters in Tokyo. These ultra-expensive meals don't compete on taste. They compete on spectacle, the drama, the theater, the illusion. When you pay $2,000 at Sublimotion, you're not paying for calories. You're paying for a dream that melts around you. You're paying for imagination, experience, storytelling, a moment you'll talk about for years. And that's the real currency of luxury, a story so rare it feels almost unreal. Let's add another rehook here, because this is where it gets good. If you thought chefs were ambitious, wait until you hear how chefs justify these prices. They tell you that the ingredients are hand-picked, the plates are custom-designed, the cutlery is imported, and the recipes took 2 decades to perfect. And honestly, they're not wrong. These chefs do things with food that the rest of us can't even do with our lives. They take simple ingredients and turn them into masterpieces. They fold meaning into meals. And when they serve you a dish, it feels like a tiny edible autobiography. Now let's talk about the business side. Michelin star restaurants operate on razor-thin margins. Their costs are enormous. They hire chefs with experience levels that sound fictional. They source ingredients from the most remote farms and fisheries. They run kitchens like laboratories with equipment more advanced than your university science department. Their staff-to-customer ratio is sometimes 1-to-1. And their techniques require hours of prep for a single dish that disappears in 20 seconds. When you zoom out, you realize these restaurants aren't overpriced. They are simply expensive to operate. But here comes the question every viewer wants answered. Is the world's most expensive meal worth it? The honest answer is yes and no. If you are paying for taste alone, no meal in the world is worth $2,000. Your tongue doesn't know the value of your bank account. But if you are paying for a once-in-a-lifetime experience, for a night that transforms food into theater, for a moment where time slows down and you feel like you stepped into another life, then yes, for that, $2,000 might be worth it. Some people travel the world for those moments. Some people save for them. Some people chase them. Before we end, here's a final hook. The most expensive meal in the world isn't about food. It's about the story you walk away with. It's about the feeling that for one night, you stepped into a world where creativity has no limits and even reality bends slightly. Whether you ever choose to eat at one of these places or not, the lesson remains the same. Luxury is not about the price. Luxury is about the experience. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of the most extravagant dining experiences, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below which restaurant shocked you the most.